first cab here at the new location, kind of testing the waters to see how it goes. What are your thoughts?
So when we decided to do this, so a couple months ago is when they reached out, and it's a Little Light coffee company. They wanted us to bring cab here. So I thought, well, let's do it. Let's check it out. So we got all of our equipment down here. We came down here. I love the space.
It's beautiful.
I mean, just the experience of being here is part of cab, right? It's not just coming in for a meeting. It's, hey, what is the experience that you're going to have? They had mini donuts. They had breakfast sandwiches. They have coffees. They have energy drinks. They have a lot of things here that are great, I think, for what I'm looking for in this. The only issue that I had, because we had 36 people here, I think, so we were full. The only issue that I had is the sound. So bringing a PA system in, so we're going to do it again. We're bringing a PA system in and maybe a divider, just kind of separate some of that off, see if that'll help out a little bit. But we have tall ceilings here, sound carries, so it really drowns it out the farther it goes and stuff. So I need to work on that, but I think a PA system would help a lot.
It is an absolutely beautiful location. I mean, just the aesthetics all together, gorgeous. They did a great job. I did grab a burrito and some donuts and stuff, so we'll be sharing those too. Well, maybe not sharing you. We had a full group. We talked a little bit about the snapshot, which is more our ideal audience. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that? I know with the acoustics here today, it was a little more difficult to get that across. We workshopped it a little bit.
Yeah, so we broke out into our tables, and talked about who is your ideal client or partner, customer, whatever you want to call it, or your audience. Who is it that you need to speak to? Because I think for us as business owners, we're out there and we talk to a lot of people. If I know, Jessica, what you offer and who your ideal client is, and I hear something along those lines, I'm going to say, hey, you need to get a hold of Jessie. I think she'd be a good thing. Let me do an introduction for you. So to me, that is powerful, because a lot of times we just say, hey, you know what? I don't know. Top of mind, we don't have anybody in mind because we don't talk about it. We come to cab even, and we just have a lot of activity going on in a short period of time. So it's not a lot of discussions, not a lot of things that that can happen during that time period and stuff. So we really have us happen out there, but if we're in here talking about it, it becomes top of mind. We give a sentence or a scenario of, hey, this is my ideal client. If you know of anybody like this that I can help, please introduce me. And I think as somebody like myself, I do a lot of different things, but people might not know what I do because I do so many things, right? So it is a matter of breaking it down, say, hey, you know what? I'm looking for somebody that has A, B, C, that has maybe a problem with this, and how can I solve it? To me, that is critical when you're trying to do referrals and recommendations.
Well, and we're really stacking what we've learned since the beginning of the year here in CAB. We've got the active listening, our intro, knowing like a deep dive of our business so that we can better communicate it to somebody else. Because that's the key, just like you were saying. If we can't communicate so that someone else understands what it is that we do, how are we going to be able to reach out and give referrals or be the referral for somebody else?
I like the part where you said stacking, because that's what my goal is this year, is to kind of build on each week and action steps each week, for the whole year. And I'll probably even do a breakout of maybe even quarterly and do a summary of things, maybe in the CAB Growth Hub of, hey, you know what, here, make sure you're following these steps. Here's a breakdown and kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just go down the list and pick out which one that you're struggling with and work on it.
That's a great idea, because then they can really see the value that you're leading up to. And again, the investment in the Growth Hub, that's the way to go if you can at all do that, because you're going to be able to not only grow, give yourself an investment in personal development, but also with your business as well. I was thinking about reaching out to Kevin here and seeing if he would take a minute to talk to us as well. He's very busy behind the counter along with
Do you see him there?
Else. There's 3 at the
Let's grab him and kind of talk, him or Jamie. Jamie, they're both owners of the Little Light Coffee Company and Mini Donuts. And they were good. I actually had the burrito today, and it was spicy.
That's why we're sitting this far apart, is to avoid him. What's the next couple of weeks look like?
So we're gonna obviously come back here. So next week, my goal is to talk about things that we've already learned, and then providing that proof. So like the social media proof, the stories. How do you tell your story out there? So as we wrap all this stuff up, okay, we've got a perfect client. Now let's work on our story. What do I bring to the table? What does that look like? We all have a story, and I think stories are more memorable than just facts.
Yeah, they're going to connect more with somebody because either they are connecting because they had a similar story or or similar experience. You just remember those a lot better than you do just normal facts.
Yeah, and it's providing that proof. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Proving your business model, whatever you want online. Making sure that it is viable. Hey, am I going after the right people? Have I clarified it enough who the right people are? So we have Jamie Norrell here.
Hi.
She is a co-owner here of the Little Lights Coffee Company and Mini Donuts.
Yes.
So Jamie, share with us a little bit this morning. You guys have been open up almost a week. So last Thursday, you guys opened up. Share with us how this week has gone.
It's been awesome. We got to meet a lot of the community members here. It's been really exciting for us to see all the excitement that we have as far as for the coffee and the donuts. So it's just been really amazing because our core focus is community. And so just to see everybody come out, support us, step up, and see you guys, it's been really awesome for us.
Well, yeah, and it's been good getting to know you guys over the last couple of years. As you first came to town, and then you opened this up, and just being a part of a community downtown to me is amazing.
Yeah.
And so we brought Cab here, coffee business this morning. We had, I think, 36 people here.
It's awesome, yeah.
How did your staff? How do they feel about seeing all that many people in here?
Fantastic, yeah. That's what they've been prepped for, and that's what we do this for. Even though it seems like it's not a lot or a lot of space, that's why we do this community, just for that, to promote stuff like that. And someone saw what y'all were doing, and we're like, can we have a? So it just promotes that. So
yeah, I never even thought of that. Other groups might say, hey, you know what? That's a great thing. Just don't give up Wednesday mornings.
Of course.
All right,
just coordinating. Yeah, that's what I told her. I said, just let me know first.
I have a sandwich board out there telling people that we're having a cab here. So my goal is to even some of the local businesses that are around here come in and see us, say, hey, we want to be a part of that.
Yep.
And I think there were some other businesses here, like the Big Sky Bungee came in, and you guys had a good conversation.
We did.
Say, hey, you know what? Hey, how can we support each other?
Yeah, exactly. That's a big thing. It's just knowing who's here, knowing the small business owners, and just meeting them. And I think that's great because a lot of times, from where we come from, like you don't know who's small business, who they are. You don't get to really see them or meet them, anything like that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys very much.
Yeah,
thank you for allowing us to be here.
Kevin's coming. Here we go.
We have Kevin Norrell here now, the other half of this business here in town. But let's talk a little bit about your vision and your mission, for Little Light Coffee Company, Mini Donuts here in Great Falls, and share a little bit about your faith.
So we're here to reach everybody, non-believers, believers, just the community in general. But Jesus is the foundation that we build as our company, right? So we just want to reach people, help people, love people, and I love people. We have a nonprofit that we Hands of Grace Medical and Homeless Outreach, where we do feed the homeless and the needy, because not everybody's homeless. They have a check that pays the rent, but where's the food, right? So and that's what we do. Behind the scenes here, we go out and give book bags, hygiene kits, food, anything we can do to help, because it's not just about us. He gives us the resources to help other people. We actually give the homeless free medical care. But if they break their leg, we're not that far advanced. So we get them to the hospital. But, it's high blood pressure. We had someone come in Macon, Georgia, and was like, he had a broke leg. And so we bandaged him up best we could to get him to the hospital. You have a cut or somebody got in a fight. It's just that's the street life, right? Defending themselves. And so, it's just reaching out and just showing the love of Jesus to them through us.
I love the outreach, that it's more than just a business.
Right.
That you guys do here. One thing I will say, okay, I've been here now quite often. This is my fourth or fifth time since you guys opened. You've been open 6 days. So I've been in here a lot.
You're not a coffeeholic, are you?
No. But I will say, I'm a Christian and I follow Jesus, and I believe, this is just me thinking out loud, that if Jesus is walking with us today, he would definitely have a cinnamon roll latte. Okay.
Or a cold brew.
Or cold brew. I mean, give or take, wanna, go where the people are at.
Oh,
I'm just telling you, the cinnamon roll latte is one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love it.
Keep it coming.
There ain't a coffee I don't like here, so.
yeah, true. Well, yeah, you have to like
I have
all.
to swap it up, so.
Yeah.
I just start going down the menu. Okay, give me that one today and give me that one tomorrow.
And I need to do that, because I am a creature of habit.
I'm not a matcha guy, but, that's the kind of one I stay away from, but.
Yeah, I need to try that, but I need to try that. I know one of our guys that was part of the group today loves matcha.
Oh, I know. We have one that's got strawberry cold foam on the top. Yeah. And people just rave about it. But like I said, I'm not a matcha person, so it's a little bit too sweet for me.
But there are people out there. A wrap up of our coffee business that we did here. 36 people here, packed house, great vibes, great feedback from the people when they left. Still have some people over there standing and visiting. That's what CAB is about. Is hey, we have our 1 hour together, and then we have a lot of breakout time.
Right.
Where we get to know one another.
Kind of like small group, kind of like.
I call it the meeting after the meeting.
Right. We just love having y'all here because, I met you, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Not through coffee. No. So God has blessed us. And like I tell people, yes, we never imagined owning a coffee shop. We like to go to local coffee shops, right? And so we were just blessed the opportunity to purchase this from my wife's friend, that she was going to shut the doors and we wanted to keep it alive. And what a way to keep it alive is talk about Jesus and coffee, right? And so that's just basically, she came to me one day and was like, hey, what do you think about buying a coffee shop in Georgia? And I'm like, whatever you want to do, whatever God tells us to do, we'll do it, right? And the rest is history. We want to make heaven crowded, right?
There you go.
When we get there, we don't want it to be, because I have a lot of people go, well, I just don't like big churches. And I used to be that guy. And it was like, okay, I like about 20, 30 people. But then a pastor friend of mine told me, he says, well, you might not want to go to heaven because it's going to be really crowded. And I was like, wow. Like well, that really, see, it gives me chills.
Come around, get a cup of coffee and share it.
Right. We are still open during CAB. We just CAB's kind of towards the back, kind of sectioned off, but everybody's welcome. We have plenty of seating, and if we have to get more seating, we will. But yeah, our hours are 6:30 to 4:30 Monday through Saturday, and Sunday 9 to 2. So come before church, after church, we're here.
So share with me on Sunday. You said that there was a line.
Wow.
Outside.
So I come in at 8:15 to bring some stuff in from the store, and there's like 5 or 6 people coming up to the door. I was like, well, we don't open till 9. And they're like, oh, okay. And then so we come in, we're doing our work, and 5 minutes before we open the door, we see people standing outside. Well, there was 25 people down the sidewalk, and for about 3.5 hours, it was from the cash register out the door. So yeah, it's a very much a blessing to have people, from the community come in and show us all the love. So it's really good.
All right.
It's exciting. So
well, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
We'd like to take a moment to thank the local businesses who help make this podcast possible. The Brett Harris Insurance Agency, The Connection Doctor, and Treasure State Payments. These are the businesses that believe in supporting local people, local conversations, and a stronger community. And we're grateful for their support.